Hi guys, so today I'm going to teach you how to do a basic garter stitch, and that's from casting on to your knitting needles all the way through knitting your first 2 rows. So what you're going to need is some knitting needles and then some corresponding yarn. I'm using this Woobles yarn. I kind of like it for practicing. It's good because it's just one strand. It's just kind of like a cloth yarn. So you can't accidentally split the stitch while you're trying to learn. And then I have these knitting needles right here. All of these are linked to my storefront if you're interested in trying to use the exact same ones. So the very first thing that you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and you've got your yarn here and you're going to loop it over your hand and around these 2 fingers. So now you've got it just like this. And then you're going to pull like that a little forward towards you and grab the yarn side to make a slip knot. And then, and you want to leave about a 6-inch tail here. I've got longer than that, but it's okay if it's a little longer. You're going to go ahead and pull this. I apologize, my voice is kind of gone right now. I lost it being sick over Christmas, but bear with me here. So we're going to pull our stitch just a little bit, or our slip knot just a little bit smaller so that it will fit on our needle, and we're just going to stick that through, and then we're just going to pull this yarn side to get that nice and set on there. And I'm just going to go ahead and zoom in just a little bit so you can see these stitches really well. Okay, so now what I kind of like to do is you're going to hold the tail with your hand. I kind of just hold it like this, and then you're going to have your other side here. So we've got, oops, there we go, tail hanging down just in my hand here, and you're going to kind of put this finger here to hold your stitch, and that's your first stitch. So we're going to go ahead and we'll just do 10 across just to make it nice and easy. So you're going to stick your second needle, your right needle, into the stitch, then you're going to grab the yarn side and you're going to wrap it around that needle, and then you're going to kind of push down on that right needle so you have a little gap there. See that? And you're going to push this with your finger when you're getting started. Eventually you won't need to do that until you see it come through, and then you're going to pull. Now you've got 2 loops. See those 2 loops? And you're going to put the second loop onto the needle. Now you've cast on your first stitch. Alright, we're going to do it again. So stick it through, wrap it around, grab your needle and push down, and then slide through and pop that next stitch on there. 3 stitches. We're going to do 10 stitches total. So around, down, through, and on. Here we go again. Around, down, through, and on. I don't know why, but I've chosen to put my yarn on my left side. I prefer to have my yarn ball, the yarn ball, on my right side. That kind of just helps with tension. Okay, here we go. We've got 5 stitches. We're going to do a 6th, around, down, and on. There we go. That was a little tight there. Through, around, down, and on. Now you can count your stitches just by looking here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3 more. Through, around, push that down, and cast that on. One more time. Around, and cast that on. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here's our last stitch. We'll go around, push that needle down, and make sure you're coming through and cast on. All right, now we've got our 10 stitches. You can see all of those right there. So that is how you cast on. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is our first row. And this is how you would do a garter stitch. So we've got our cast on, and we're going to knit through these. So we're going to go ahead and stab it through, just like you were doing when you cast it on. Around, same thing. Through, same thing. But instead of putting this stitch right here on, we're going to push that first one off of the needle. See that? So we're transferring from the left needle to the right needle. And I kind of keep my left finger, my left index finger, so it's pushing on the stitches here, so I don't accidentally drop a stitch. So let's do that again. Here's the next one. So we go in, around, push down on that right one, so you have a little gap, and slide that one off. Now we've got 2 stitches. Here we go. We're just going to keep going. Around and off. Here we go here. Just like that. And off. This Woovles yarn also is pretty smooth. It will slide pretty well on these aluminum needles, which is kind of nice for when you're trying to learn and practice. So here we go. We keep going through, around, through that hole, and off. In, around, through that hole, and off. In, around, through the hole, and off. Oops, I almost lost one there. Careful. Around. This is our last one. Through the hole and off. You'll see I'm off of this needle entirely. And my tail is still here. We're just going to ignore that tail for a minute. And I kind of just pull on the yarn side string, just so I can make sure my stitch is nice and tight. And there are our first 2 stitches. So you can see they look kind of funky at the beginning, but you can count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you know that we didn't drop any. Now, if you were going to continue the garter stitch, then you would keep doing the same thing we just did. So I would take my right needle and I would transfer all these over to this right needle. The one thing that you kind of want to watch out for is you don't want to accidentally knit in this tail. So you're going to keep that tail kind of held. You can wrap it around your pinky or whatever, but you're going to kind of keep it hidden here so that you don't accidentally knit that one through. And you want to make sure that when you do your next knit that you've got these pearls here, and then you're going on top of the pearls. So here's that one more time. So we've got our nice pearl here, and we're going to just push our needle through that pearl, and that would be how we'd wrap around and then keep going. I'm not going to keep going on this one because I want to explain a couple more things really quick. I kind of keep tension in my right hand here by just running it through these 2 fingers. I can close them to increase tension and pull like this. So that gives me some tension as I'm going through my knitting process. And yeah, so that's how you will do a basic garter stitch. Let me know what questions you have in the comments below. And I hope that you enjoy your knitting journey. Thanks. Bye.